What's up, y'all? Welcome to HYPEFRESH.co. I'm here with visual artist Distorted. Right now, we're at her event. She's showcasing her new sneaker collaboration that she did with Reebok. She's a Philly-based artist, and so really, let's just get right into it. One of the things that I see, like when I first saw it, I described it as like beautified morbidity. There's a lot of like morbid imagery in there, but like you kind of do it in a beautiful way, like say splitting a head open, but then it's like little cute creatures coming out. So like I just think that like you really, like you're giving us a different view of like things that might be a little disturbing.
Right.
So it's like,
I
are you
don't
trying
want
to
to scare you, so
yeah.
I wanted to.
Would you consider yourself like dark in certain ways?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But it's like dark with a little hint of like sweetness a little bit.
You listen to MF Doom for inspiration. And the interesting thing to me is, I think that even though he raps and you're a visual artist, I feel like your aesthetic is kind of like deeply aligned. Then how did you end up working with him?
When I did the video, I've always done MF Doom art like over the years, but I did the video after I take breaks from animation a lot. So I was like, let me come up with a video for One Beard. I really like that song. I already did an art piece. Let me like try to do it for fun. I did it for fun. And like my manager, he had seen it. He was like, this is actually really good. He's like, I think we can get it over to him. He had actually set that whole thing up. And he ended up really, really liking it. And I was like, what? I was just practicing. Like, it wasn't like nothing. It was supposed to be serious. And he made it his like official music video for that song, which blew my mind. And then he wanted to do a t-shirt collab. And I was like, whoa, like, it was awesome.
Just like open up opportunities for you to actually work with them. But I see your work. It reminds me of Salvador Dali.
Yeah.
You've seen the work in like the Surrealist tradition. So do you look at yourself in that context?
You know what? It's crazy when I don't look at myself outside of myself. I look up to all those other artists though. I watch documentaries all the time. Basquiat, I know damn near everything about him. It's like 50. But I watched all his documentaries and I just like learning about people before us and how they did it. Of course I gotta make my own story, but I don't know. I'll just be going with the flow.
Born and raised in Philadelphia. I know you spent a lot of time. I know you was in DR. I think you were also in Reading. But you're also still Philly-based, despite the fact that you've kind of reached greater heights. Is that like a concerted choice that you made to sort of stay local? Because I know a lot of people, like maybe once they achieve a level of success, usually they got to go to the entertainment hubs, New York or LA. But you,
I live in LA right now. But this is where I started my art.
And do you think like your upbringing here in any way inspired
of course.
Like, you know, your artistry?
The style, like just the graffiti style. Like I don't know if you looked at my older pieces. Like I used to do a lot of like graffiti like stuff because I used to be around people that would do that all the time.
Yeah.
And I was inspired by it. And I was like, this is y'all are crazy. Y'all really like be climbing on stuff and doing. I mean, I tried it for a little bit and I was like, I don't know.
It's risky. Like it's basically a felony.
It is.
You're breaking in places.
I was like, I got a degree. I got a job to go. At that time, I used to go to work. And then, you know, that would be my pastime. Like when I had free time, I would go hang out with my friends, my skater friends and everybody and then do crazy stuff like that. I'm like, let me stay at home and just make my art.
What are some of the things that's driving your creativity?
I might see something maybe on TV or I might hear something in a song and it might just click like, yo, I should do this and rip her head open and do this and that. it's like I just see it in my head.
Now, are you the type to like jot things down, or you just remember it because you're so inspired?
Usually I don't remember stuff, but those are the things I always remember. Like, and then I'm just like, once I come up with an idea, I'm like, I have to make this right now. Like, you know, I'm not the type of person.
Now, I saw that you were a part of the A Man's World campaign, and I know that originally that campaign was done with, let's see, Serena Williams, Missy Elliott, and then this time around they sort of chose like 5 creatives, women, women of color. So how do you feel like being chosen as one of those people to carry on this campaign? Because it's something that they did 19
Honestly, when I first heard about it, I was like, I was screaming. I was like, what? You want me to be what? My friend Jazzy, she set it up and she had called me. She was like, do you want to be a part? I was like, hell yeah, I want to be a part of the campaign. It didn't process to me at the time because I didn't design a sneaker yet. I didn't go to Reebok headquarters in Boston. And then like, it really just finally like hit me when the shoe dropped and I was like, this is real. Like, this is actually real. I'm honored.
Now, how did the Reebok shoe come about?
The design, I worked with Chris. He works part of the design team at Reebok. And he had picked out a certain art piece that I already did in the past. We took out some things and changed it because I feel like this would look amazing on a sneaker. And they had me like redo it and draw it over and then like we were at Reebok headquarters like early in the morning to like 8 at night. But it was worth it.
How many iterations of the design did you go through before you settled on the one that y'all?
It was a lot. It was a lot of changes. Like even after I left, because we didn't have enough time. I only spent 2 days there, so I had 2 days to redraw everything and organize it. And then when I got home, I had to like add more pieces. Like it's like I don't know if you noticed, but both sneakers are different. They're both designed. So it's like we had to like placement and all that stuff. Designing the sneakers is not hard.
Now, because earlier in the interview, I said that you were Philly based, but you actually live in LA now. So are you going back and forth, or is it just strictly LA? Okay.
I want to come back there so bad. I just might, no shade on LA, but it's like
it's a beautiful place.
It is. It's just, I miss Philly.
Okay. All right, so here you have it, y'all. You heard it from Distorted. I'm Chris. Make sure y'all check out all the exclusive content at HYPEFRESH.co. See you.
Distorted. Follow me on Instagram, Distorted.